A potential disaster averted as the war in Ukraine enters day 9. A fire at a huge nuclear power plant out this morning, the facility falling to Russian forces during an attack last night. In an overnight news conference, officials announcing no radioactive material has been released. President Zelensky issued a plea for urgent action, and UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson said the attack threatens, quote, all of Europe. Now, all of this unfolding as Russia targets more key cities. New drone video shows the extensive damage near Kyiv, scorched buildings and scattered debris stretching for miles. And new this morning, the UN Human Rights Council overwhelmingly approved a resolution condemning alleged rights violations and established a commission to investigate them. Our Robert Sherman begins our coverage live this morning from Ukraine. Robert, what are you seeing?
Well, Nicole, the UN is calling for an immediate withdrawal of all Russian troops from Ukraine. In regards to that nuclear power plant incident, we know that 3 Ukrainian troops were killed, 2 more injured, and it just goes to show that no target is off limits.
Overnight, Russia says it has taken control of the largest nuclear power plant in Europe, which lies in the southern Ukraine. New video shows the exchange of flares, gunfire, and explosions at the plant. A plant spokesperson says Russian shelling caused a fire at one of the plant's 6 reactors. However, that fire has been put out, and the reactor in question was not in operation and undergoing renovations, according to the spokesperson. International monitors have not seen any changes in radiation levels, and the plant's other reactors were being safely shut down.
We are in completely uncharted waters, but what animates this initiative is the need to act and to hit this call for assistance, bearing in mind the realities on the ground.
In an overnight speech, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky delivered an emotional speech.
If the explosion happens, it is the end for everyone, the end of Europe. It is the evacuation of Europe. Only immediate actions can stop the Russian army. Do not let Europe die from the catastrophe on the nuclear plant.
The U.S. Department of Energy is activating its nuclear incident response team as a precaution. British officials are calling for an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council, saying Russia is resorting to brutal tactics as it faces greater resistance than expected. Russia is facing growing accusations of indiscriminate killings. This video is from the northwest of Kyiv. Ukrainian officials say the attacks that took place here constitute war crimes and will be brought to The Hague. In Ukraine's Chernihiv region, at least 33 people were killed in airstrikes Thursday, according to local officials. They added at least 2 schools, an apartment complex, and multiple homes were hit. As Kyiv prepares for a potential siege, Russia is gaining a foothold in other parts of the country. In the south, the strategic port of Mariupol is surrounded and cut off from basic needs like water and food deliveries, according to its mayor. Not far from there, the city of Kherson fell and is now under Russian control. As Russia makes headway, a second round of peace talks ended without a breakthrough, but both sides agreed to set up evacuation corridors and deliver aid to civilians. Another round of peace talks are in the works for next week.
And since Russia's invasion first began over a week ago, more than 1 million Ukrainians have fled their country seeking refuge in other nations nearby. The EU expects that number to grow drastically over the next couple of weeks. Nicole?
All right, well, Robert, you're live on the ground there. What are civilians doing there to support the fight?
Well, here in western Ukraine, where there has not been nearly as much conflict compared to cities such as Kyiv and Kherson and Kharkiv, for example, we've been seeing a lot of people in the community coming together. So we just visited a food bank the other day where they were collecting donations, and Ukrainians were frantically putting care packages together to try and get them out to the east, because for some of those cities, it will be just a matter of time before the supply chains are potentially cut off out there. So it's time is of the essence in order to get goods out there. And the other thing that we're seeing is people volunteering and joining the local National Guard, which is taking over a lot of the local policing responsibilities because the police has been so overwhelmed with the war on the ground here, taking over patrolling and things of that nature. These are people who come from all walks of life, have their own jobs and their own careers, and are stepping up to try and help their beloved Ukraine.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.